In the old model of closed innovation, we thought about that as something based on invention, your own research, that you commercialize internally, driven by your technology, all done inside, and really it's the job of engineering and R&D. I think now we have to change our focus on that and say that innovation isn't complete until these ideas and technologies have been commercialized in the market and solve a real customer's problem. So it's commercialization oriented. It's not only about the product, it's also about the business. And that means that to do all this, innovation becomes everyone's job, not just the province of engineering or R&D. Open innovation is not a model that says to get rid of all your internal R&D. This is a model to connect and leverage, take advantage of external ideas and combine them with your internal ideas. And so you can begin to have different pathways of technologies going to market. One is the familiar pathway of an internal technology going through to the current market through the current business model. Another one would be to take an external technology and perhaps fill a gap in your own product roadmap to go to your market through your current channels. Another one would be to take an internal technology and perhaps license it or spin it off to a new area and identify a new market. Another one would be to take internal technologies, wrap them around external ones, and address a new marketplace for new growth for your company. And then my personal favorite is the boomerang, which is a project that starts inside, gets to a certain point, and then it looks like it's not going to be very promising on the inside, so it's allowed to go to the outside. Once outside, you receive new information that you didn't expect when you initially decided not to continue it internally. With that new information, it actually gets brought back inside. So like a boomerang, it goes out and comes back in again. And the iPod, I think, is a wonderful example, not so much of technology innovation, but really of business model innovation as well. So let me explain both parts of this. One is how the original iPod was put together. It was actually an engineer from Philips named Tony Fadell who came. He tried to get Philips to pursue this, and Philips didn't see the point. They were exiting the consumer electronics space. They didn't think that was their future, so they had no interest in pursuing this idea. And Tony Fadell approached Apple with the idea. Apple, in turn, created a group of people from Philips, IDEO, General Magic, Kinetics, and a company named Portal Player actually managed the initial technical design of the product. And they indeed got a royalty of $15 per iPod sold to do this. And then Wolfson, Toshiba, Texas Instruments all created ICs to the design, and they got the whole product into the market in a 6-month period of time. Now, this is very fast. A lot of large companies would take 6 months just to say yes or no, we will try it. They finished it, got the first ones into the market in 6 months. This is a company that you think of as very stable consumer products, growth-oriented company, and the stock falls in half in a 4-month period of time. And so one of the things they did in analyzing the reasons for their financial difficulty was the problem they had of creating new brands. And to do that, they decided they needed to open up, and they created a process that became known as connect and develop. So instead of R&D, research and development, this became known as C&D, connect and develop. So Procter & Gamble is saying we don't have to research it. We do have to connect to it and then commercialize it. In addition to these brands, they've created some additional processes that I think are really good examples of ways of opening up an innovation process. One that they have is a group of technology scouts inside Procter & Gamble. These people used to work in the internal R&D organization. Their focus now is to take that knowledge of the processes in P&G and look for external ideas that could be brought in that would work with those processes. So this is not an assignment you can give to your purchasing organization and ask them to go find these opportunities. You have to have people who really understand your own internal research and development processes and can help other companies' external technologies fit into those processes. So it takes a lot of process knowledge to make that work.